Welcome back to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast. We have breaking news in the NFL. A trade just went down. I'll get into what the trade was, but most importantly, this should tell you everything you know. Jerry Jones has done it again. Jerry Jones has decided to trade Micah Parsons to the Green Bay Packers, a team that has been destroying them for years. Instead of putting his pride aside, paying this young man that's been the best player on his defense for quite some years. If I could think back, the last time they had a great defensive player on the line like that is probably DeMarcus Ware. And DeMarcus Ware got pretty much fed up when he went to Denver Broncos and won him a Super Bowl that he couldn't win in Dallas. Now he decides that pretty much Micah Parsons not worth the money that he's asking for. They made a deal with Green Bay Packers like a fool. They did get a piece in return. Let's discuss the trade. Before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest NFL updates. Micah Parsons has been traded from the Dallas Cowboys to the Green Bay Packers for Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. Now, this helps Dallas build that defense up because now with those 2 first-round picks, with Kenny Clark is 29 years old. You get you a defensive tackle that's on the line that can put pressure on the quarterback, slow down the run game if they try to come up the middle. But also you get 2 first-round picks for, I'm guessing, next year and the year after that. You can just get the best available for that to fill that team up. They definitely need another cornerback. They're going to need somebody to come off the edge. They're not going to find nobody like Micah Parsons in the draft. I don't think, because I haven't seen anybody out there that can replace Micah Parsons. But this is just another bonehead move by Jerry Jones. As far as the contract goes, Micah Parsons is getting paid $188 million. $120 will be fully guaranteed at the signing. This makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. So he'll be making $47 million. He now takes the first spot over T.J. Watt. A lot of people say Micah Parsons is not the best defensive end on in the league. I got him. If you can pretty much say he's number 3. You got T.J. Watt, then you got Myles Garrett. They can swap. They can switch spots at any time. And then you got Micah Parsons. All 3 of those guys have been dominant. The only thing is, Parsons got hurt last year for a couple games, and that's pretty much what Jerry Jones said on this last interview a while ago. Was that last time they paid somebody, which was Dak Prescott, they paid him big money. He ended up getting injured the same year. So now he's looking at, it's a slap in the face. You're telling this young dude that's 26 years old that you could have gave him a 4-year deal and had him played at 30 for the next 4 years and have that locked up. Everybody has to game plan against Micah Parsons. When you take him off that line, that defense is not going to be the same. You're not going to be able to put nobody in Micah Parsons' spot and them have to double team him or fear playing that team. But you give the Green Bay Packers another piece to add to that team that was so close in the playoffs. If they would have stayed healthy, they could have done a lot better. But when you put him over there, you give the Packers, you make them an actual contender now. Like, they had a young team, but you add Michael Parsons, that makes them a contender. Um, Dallas is definitely taking a step backwards. As I said, yes, they get a defensive tackle, but he's 29 years old. I'm not sure how many. I think maybe he got 2 years left on his deal. They're going to take that. That puts him at 31. Yeah, that'd be good, but Dallas needs somebody to come off the edge and put pressure on the quarterback. That was just a dumb move. Jerry Jones has been doing this for years. He doesn't like to play his top guys. He feels like he can try to lowball them or not pay them what they're worth. And this is what happens every time. I looked on social media. Dallas fans are going crazy. They're really upset. They done said some brutal things I won't repeat. But pretty much when you look at this situation, I will never wish death on anybody, but the Cowboys are not going to be the team they want to be until Jerry Jones steps down or he's no longer alive. And I don't want to say it like I wish death on anybody, but like this is the thing. This is one of those reasons that they haven't been great for so long. If you take it back to the 90s when they was on a tier, one of the best teams in the NFL, once Jimmy Johnson was the coach for the team, Jerry Jones, just like the same effect that with the Bulls when their owner was pretty much jealous of Phil Jackson and the team, is like, I'm the one that pay these guys. but they're not looking at me. They're not giving me the credit I deserve. They're giving all the credit to the players and the coach, which they should, because those are the guys out on the field. Those are the ones game planning every day. All you do is pay these dudes, and you get the approval to get these guys. But he's in the way. Jerry Jones has been in the way for years. Every year, the Cowboys are one of the biggest teams that say it, oh, this is my year, this their year, they're going to the Super Bowl. And Jerry Jones continues to prove himself why he's not shit. This clown went out and signed Ezekiel Elliott instead of going after Derrick Henry last year, added him to that have made Cowboys, I would say, a contender, somebody, a team to watch, possibly. But when you don't go after Derrick Henry, you go back and sign Ezekiel Elliott that probably got him like maybe 300 yards, and all he's doing is as soon as they hand the ball off to him, he just falling forward for a yard or two. He's washed up. You could have got you a top 5 running back, but you didn't want to pay that money. You didn't believe he had no more in this tank. And now look at Derrick Henry in Baltimore. Almost made it to the AFC Championship if they would have fed him a little bit more. But this just goes to show that Jerry Jones is in the way of the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys will never be the team they want to be until he steps aside, or because he's not the guy that put his project aside. It's never going to happen. It's never happened. I was looking at the documentary, seeing how he bought the team and everything. And I think in his head, it's just like, look, this is my team. I own them for all these years. I don't care. As long as I'm putting asses in the seat, that's all that matters. I say I care about winning, but I don't care. I've already got those rings back in the days that makes me superior to everybody else. But what about the present team? How is this going to make teams want to continue to play for the Cowboys? With Micah Parsons gone, I can see CD Lamb. He's going to be looking for a new home in a couple of years when Jerry Jones don't want to pay him. That's really the only other pieces. Maybe Diggs, if he gets back to his normal self as a cornerback, he'll be gone. And then next thing you know, the Cowboys will be one of the worst teams in the league again. And the only person to blame after this is Jerry Jones. So good job again, Jerry Jones. I feel sorry for the Dallas Cowboy fans. I'm going to have to reach out to some of my boys because I know they're going crazy just knowing that Micah Parsons will not be on this team anymore. That's all I got. I just wanted to break that news to y'all about the NFL's biggest trade so far this year. Like, share, and subscribe to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast for your latest NFL updates on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.